Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, with GMS Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another live lesson. But before we get started, we're going to face the east, and we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakadash.
All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that's pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners of the world. All right, peace and safety as well to the Lord and children of the hopeful elect. And pretty much with everything that's going on right now, man, we get into the spirit of prophecy, man. All right, and with the heights, all right, the insurrection, all of these things pertaining to Bible prophecy. All right, we're approaching, Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because what is it? They're destroying. They're destroying. What is it? Processing plants. All right, creating these food shortages. What else? These pestilence that they're creating. All right. So all of these things you know, showing you that Jacob's trouble is fastly approaching us. Right. All right.
Hey, Wayne Buffett, get 16 to 38. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 6. I'm going to start at 5. Salaki, I'm going to start at 4. It says, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Yeah, we have heard a voice of fear and trembling, and not of peace, man. All right, because this world promotes that, or should I say that they always push that prosperity demon, man. All right, everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to go back to normal. All right, they always push that vibration, man. All right, but everything around us is falling apart. All right, everything around us is we losing everything, man. All right, society is crumbling. All right.
All right. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child.
Yeah, man. See that a man does travail with child, man. All right. Basically, it's going into, a man being in so much anguish that he has his hands on his loins as if he bear the child, man. Was bearing the child. All right. That's how bad it's going to be.
And just back the brother up, this place is having birth pains right now.
Yep.
Contractions. And when a contraction is present, what follows up after that contraction? Birth of what? A man child. We know that man child to be a Howard child, man. All right? Who's going to crack those clouds and deliver this place is just desserts, man. Deliver this place is due, long overdue judgment, man. That's why we say, how long, Lord? Because we're seeing wickedness overflow in this place, man. We're seeing the wicked get away with everything that they can get away with, man. We're seeing the wicked prosper. We're seeing the just and the righteous and the law keepers being trodden down upon, man. Being considered for naught, man. But it says,
I got something real quick to back you up.
all right, you got it, man.
All right, this is
I think the brother had that for you.
Oh, he does? Okay, all right.
Amaya, you had it? Yeah, the brother had that one for you. That's called the spirit.
You want me to read it right now?
You can bring it out.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month, bringing forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
That's right, man. The Lord is likening Jacob's trouble or the beginning of sorrows, all right, which will begin to get worse and worse over time. It's comparing this trouble, all right, these bad times, as to a woman that is in her 9th month of pregnancy, man. All right, as she has those contractions, these contractions, and they get more and more intense over a period of time, man. All right, and that's what we're seeing happening in the earth, man. All right, those birth pains. All right.
That's right. You got some more?
Right.
You got it.
It says, Verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
That's right, man. Sorrow shall come on every side of the earth, man. All right, as the scriptures say, uh, you know, that the hour of temptation, all right, shall be a test for everybody, man. All right. So Jacob's trouble, man. When Jacob's trouble hit, man, it's gonna touch all four corners of the earth, man. All right. Everybody's gonna be tempted in that day, man. All right. Everybody's gonna be tested, man. All right. And Lord willing that we be, those the gold that's tried in the fire, man, and not be burnt up. All right. Like the rest of these people. All right.
Got one more. Verse 40, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils, all right, and in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
That's right, man. It's gonna come a time to where the prophets will have to be pilgrims on the earth, man. All right, they're gonna have to move to and fro because what the enemy Esau is gonna be out to try to destroy us, man, try to kill us, man. For what? Speaking the truth. All right, just like the prophets of old, man, they tried to kill them because they spoke the truth, man. All right, professing the power, professing the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and what that stands for. All right, that's what's gonna get us killed, man. All right. At least some of us, but not all of us will die, man. All right. Some will die more for the testimony of Yahweh Shai. And some of the brothers are gonna get delivered, man. All right. Whatever the Lord sees fit your lot be in, man. All right. We just gotta remain faithful unto death, whatever that may be. All right.
You want to speak on the mind?
No, you pretty much said it.
I got one back in your box. Matthew 16 and 28. It says, verily, it's Yahushua speaking, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
That's right, man. Some shall not taste of death, man. All right. That means that not everybody's gonna die just of the elect, man. That's not everybody has that lot, man. All right, but if you do have that lot, and you do find yourself in that situation, our goal and our responsibility is to remain faithful unto them. All right, as the scriptures say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man, because like the brother was saying, it's coming to a time where we're gonna have to be off the grid, man. We're going to have to move in the spirit of the Lord because we're not guided by how to fix an engine for dummies or the 48 laws of power, man. We're guided by the Heavenly Father in these holy scriptures, man, which tell us that what? There's going to be a famine, not of bread, but of hearing the word of the Most High, man. All right? There's going to be persecution of those that fear the Lord. So in those days, if we're moving according to what this book says, we're going to be off the grid, man. And the scriptures also tell you what, that the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the righteous, so we're going to be taken care of. The scriptures also tell you that we're going to laugh at their calamities, man, just as the Lord will, man. So in these times where we see this society coming to a close, man, this society is coming to a conclusion, man. All right? It's being concluded, man. The curtains are closing on this place, man. You have gas up to $5. You have the heat, which is over 100 miles per hour. I mean, not 100 miles per hour, 100 degrees, man. All right? You got milk plants, formula plants being set on fire, man. Different farming plants being set on fire. All right? But we see that it's ultimately ending up to where America gets destroyed by nuclear missiles and that Son of Man comes and takes what's his, man, that bride. All right? The bridegroom is coming to claim his bride, which is the nation of Israel, man. The northern and the southern kingdom. All right? But you have one among you?
Yeah, no. Just real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4. All right, and I'm going to read from verses 29 to 31. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy power, thou shalt find him. If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Okay, verse 30.
And that's going into Jake does a lot of this, man. the scriptures tell you that what they honor me with their mouth, with their heart, which is their mind, is far from me, man. You talk a good game, Jake. You say a lot of BS, a lot of fluff in your speech, man. But when it comes down to actually applying actual application, you're far from the Lord, man. When it comes down to keeping the dietary laws, keeping the high holy days, keeping the Shabbats to the best of your ability, right? Because we're rehearsing the righteous acts because this is a spiritual wedding rehearsal that we're doing, man. We're getting prepared for the Lord to meet him, man. All right? So, with that being said, instead of just talking all the time, Jake, start actually doing, man. Because that's what's going to matter in these last days. That's what's going to matter in Jacob's trouble. Like the scriptures tell you, faith without works is dead, man. You can't just say that you believe in the Lord. You got to show it. Present your body as a living sacrifice, man. Call upon that name, all right? Change your mindset. Come out of her, man. Before it's too late, man. You got it, Doc. You got it, man.
Verse 30, Deuteronomy 4, verse 30, when thou art in tribulation, all right, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things come upon thee, all right, and what are the things that would come upon our people? You know, the curses, persecution, catching hell, all right, famines, food shortage, the sword, famines, food shortages, and all these things, right? It says, and all these things come upon thee, even in the latter days, which are
we're in right now.
Right, that's right. It says, if thou turn to the Lord thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice, all right, the prophets, the apostles, the men of the Lord, and so on and so forth.
That's right. That's a major stumbling block for Jake. Mm-hmm. Jake don't want to get up under learned men. Jake wants to play the scoffing game on the keyboard, man. Play the trolling game. That's right, trolling, yeah. And being facetious behind the scenes. You have a page with a crying Jordan meme, but doing all type of facetious things on the comment board, man. Spreading lies, spreading rumors, bearing false witness. When are you gonna come up out of that dead spirit, Jake? That's the valley of the dry bones that Ezekiel was talking about, man. That's not applying knowledge to a situation, because when you apply knowledge to a situation, you don't just run and bump your gums all the time, man. You actually sit down and you discern things through the scriptures, man. And like the elder Kazakia said this, man. All right, brother has a lot of good quotes. He said this. He said, sometimes when you're a king, right? We're all kings, right? We consider ourselves kings. Sometimes a king has to sit on the throne for a while and just chill, man. You don't have to just, this and that. Sometimes you gotta lay back and peep things, man, and discern things out, man. That's what a king does, and that's what we're doing, man. That's what the Most High raised up. He didn't raise us up to just take everything and just run with it. Nah, you gotta dig in this and research it, man. See if these things are so. That's what the prophets of old did. You got it, Doc.
It says, and thou shalt be obedient unto his voice. All right, verse 31. For the Lord thy power is a merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them.
Hey, man, the Lord don't break promises, man. Jake is a deal breaker. Jake is a contract breacher. But the Lord, man, everything that happened in this book, like Yahushua said, all these things shall be fulfilled. Not I believe it's like roughly paraphrasing, drop a tittle in the law.
Yeah, right. Matthew 5.
Yeah, the water. So all these things are going to be fulfilled, man. Jake is here today and gone tomorrow, man. But Yahweh Shem Yahushua is eternal, man, everlasting. We have to cling on to this word, Akim. All right, because as the title of the video, Allah's for that day is great. That's talking about Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob, you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, you're going to catch hell out here, man. You're going to be victimized. You're going to be persecuted. You're going to be trodden down, man. You're going to be gunned down. Your blood is going to be shed on these streets at an all-time high, man. Like the scriptures say, we're going to get back to it in Jeremiah 30. There's going to be a time like never before. And let's go into the captivities that we've been in the past, Akim. We know they've been very brutal, very bloody. We could quote some of them. 70 AD, Siege of Masada, the Assyrian captivity, transatlantic slave trade, Sodom and Gomorrah. Brothers can name some more. You know what I mean?
The Trail of Tears.
Yeah, the Trail of Tears.
Gad,
That's right, bro.
Christopher Columbus and the Conquistadors. You know, just man, it's just so many.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that the Lord allowed these heathen nations to do unto our people. You know, you would think, at this point here in America, in 2022, our people would eventually, realize these things and repent, and seek the Lord for answers as to why, these things happen upon them. But it's like, the more and more the Lord chastises our people, the more our people rebel against Him.
Right.
And that's spoken of in Isaiah, the first chapter.
That's right. You got some more?
No, that was it.
I got one backing you up, man. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 9. It says, "To the Lord our power belongs mercy and forgiveness." Like the brother was reading. It says, "Though we have rebelled against Him." So though we've been rebellious, we've turned away from the law, statutes, and commandments, the Most High still have mercy on us. And we see that mercy being displayed on the planet Earth right now through this prophecy, man. Through this gift that is in us. That's why the Lord said, don't neglect that gift that is in you, man. Because that gift is going to open up a whole bunch of other gifts. That's what prophecy does, man. This gift is going to unlock our spiritual powers. It's going to unlock our everlasting life with the Father. It's going to unlock that Lashawan Kodash, that full Hebrew, all right, that we're going to get. And ultimately, it's going to unlock that joint heirship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But it says, this is the point right here, it says, "Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord," in all caps, Yahweh, our power, "to walk in His laws, which He set before us by His servants, the prophets," man. So that's how the Lord displays His judgment. And that's ultimately how the Lord gives our nation salvation through the hand of the prophets, and ultimately destruction as well, because we prophesy unto our people and tell them that, hey, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments so you can be saved. But if you don't, you're going to be destroyed. All right? So ultimately, that's all in the accord of the Lord, man. That was it on that.
Yeah, one thing.
Go ahead.
This is Hosea 5:15. "I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction. They will seek me early," man. All right? So right now, man, is the time to what, man? To seek the Lord, man, so we can get mercy, man. All right? From what's to come. All right? But what? Our people are rebellious, man. Our people have a stiff neck. All right? So, but what? When those calamities start to, to take place, all right, in the earth, all right, what? They're going to try to seek the Lord early, man, but the Lord's not going to try to hear it, man. All right? He's not going to hear it because He had the prophets out, all right, prophesying, saying what was going to happen, telling you what, needs to be done, all right? Through the Spirit called Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, but nobody listened, man. Nobody regarded, all right? That's pretty much it on that,
Yep. Back in that Jeremiah chapter 30. In Jeremiah 30 and verse 6, it says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness."
That's right. All faces are turned into paleness, man. All right, meaning that they were very frightened, man, at the things that they were going through, man. All right, just like if you watch movies, certain movies, man, whenever apparition, all right, or either when the apparition comes, whether it be about ghosts or something devastating happening, all right, in the movie, explosion or something, you look at their face and what it turns to straight paleness, man. All right, fright, scared, all right, they're afraid, all right, and that's what's going to be, that's going to be the faces of a lot of people on that day, man. All right,
That's right, bro.
but with us, we'll have some type of peace of mind because we understand that what the scriptures told us of these things. All right.
You're right. Hey, if I can back you up before you get that on mine, if I can back your brother up, because we've been doing, there's certain checkpoints that if we're of the elect, we got to meet with the Lord, man. We got to have faith. We got to prosper. We got to have perseverance. We got to have endurance. All right. We got to present our body as a living sacrifice. We have to display our works in front of the Lord and be made a good soldier for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Ultimately, like just backing the brother up, this is what's going to keep us stable, man. And it's simple, man. When you come to serve the Lord, these things are put before us plainly, man. But we get them and we hearken on to them because, Lord willing, we are that number, man. We're of the hopeful elect. But this is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Because stability goes into what? Balance. Stability goes into being of a being in a righteous state of mind when all hell is breaking loose around you. Like the scriptures say, you're gonna see this many thousand fall on this side and that side, but none of those things shall touch thee, man. That's the power of the Lord. And so what if you people don't believe, man? The multitude is gonna perish in vain, man. The multitude out here that's walking around, shopping in these supermarkets, living in La La Land, being totally oblivious, like brothers was going into before the camera started rolling, they're gonna burn within that lake of fire, man. You don't want to take part in that, Jake. You don't want to be a part of the calamities and the famines and the sword, all right, that the Lord is sending on this place, man. You don't want to be another news clip that the brothers go in on a video and edify the rest of the flock of Israel on, man. You want to be in good case with the Lord, man. That's why we're doing this right here.
Can I bring out the scripture?
You got it, brother.
Because as the brother was saying, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures will give you peace of mind. But it also describes in the scriptures as that man that has that understanding and wisdom, he's precious as fine gold. All right, this is Isaiah 13:12. It says, "I will make a man more precious than fine and gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Porphyry." All right, so because the Lord has given us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we're gonna be, as the scripture says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of time. We're gonna have a level-headed. All right, we're gonna be level-headed to a certain extent because the scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So we will be frightened at them. All right, we're gonna be in a good case, man. All right, through the Spirit of the Lord because of what we're doing. All right, that's pretty much it.
And we see it, man. Because a lot of things go on behind the scenes, man. We're getting built up behind the scenes. People just see like, hey, Michael Jordan said he said something that pretty just was plain and it made sense, man. He said the people that see him playing, see him dunking on people, see him doing fancy layups, they only see him in that moment. They see oh man, he's a fly guy, dunking on everybody, making all the game winners, hitting the buzzer beaters, but they don't see the hard work and ethic that he put in. They don't see the 1,000 free throws that he shot the night before. They don't see the weights that he lifted, the cardio that he did, man. That's what's going on behind the scenes, man. We're doing a lot of spiritual weightlifting, spiritual cardio, all right, spiritual free throws, man, to get us built up. And you see us growing from the apostle on down to the least of us. You see us growing more and more strong in his faith, man. Breaking down precepts with grace, all right? Remembering more precepts. And I'm not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for brothers around me, man. And I see it in these brothers, man. And brothers around us, and not only in our camp in Louisiana, all right, throughout Louisiana, but across the four corners, man. We're rising stronger in our faith because the day of the Lord is approaching, and that's what we're getting into, man. You had something up? You had something, Money?
Yeah, come, but you wanted to bring out that Luke 21 first?
Yeah, for the brother.
You said verse 24, right?
Verse 26, I think. What's 26?
26, men's hearts failing them.
Con, that's the one.
All right.
Back on one side.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
That's right, man. Can you read that one more time?
All right. Luke chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear. And
right. That's right. Men's hearts failing them for fear, man. All right. And great example of that was just recently when they had that shooting, right? The guy, his wife had got shot, all right, at the school, and pretty much the man died of a heart attack once he found out that information, man. So just imagine, when there's all chaos and people, wives and kids are dying before them, man. They're gonna die of heart attacks, man. Right? People gonna be dying of heart attacks, catching strokes, all right, killing themselves, all right. They're gonna be doing all kind of things, man. All right, because of all the tribulation going on, all right.
Right. And ultimately, scriptures say that what their tongue shall consume in their mouth. It's ultimately their eyes shall consume out of their holes of their eyes, man. Because who shall not be beaten to utterly beaten to powder at the Lord's presence? These things that are up and coming and down the road, and we see them. Like a weatherman goes on a TV show, news, and he says, "Oh, the forecast is this for that day," and then you got the days ahead. It might be Monday, but he's forecasting for maybe a week or two ahead, man. That's how the prophets are. We speak on what's going on not only right now here on June 17th, 2022, but we're speaking on things that are going to come to pass up until Yahweh shall crash those clouds, man. We're speaking on everything that the Lord has given us to speak on, man. In righteousness and truth. The 144% of the Bible, man. But it's up to you people, and it's ultimately up to Yahweh Shem Yahushai if you're going to get this understanding or not, man. When we see all the non-believers around us, man, and this place is just going to be burnt up, man. There's going to come a time where, like when you hit one domino and the rest just goes around and falls, man, that's what's going to happen to America. It's going to be a domino effective event, and it's not going to stop. Just like the brothers bringing out on those birth pains, man. Those contractions and those birth pains don't stop happening until that child is born, man. And even after, you have effects of that birth, man. And we're going to see that, man, here in America. You got it out.
I had a precept that I was holding on deck, but after saying everything that you just said, it made me think of another precept real quick.
You got it, brother.
All right, this is Second Corinthians chapter 4, verses 3 and 4. All right, 2 Corinthians 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Right.
You got it on the line.
And those that are lost are the lost sheep of Israel, man. All right, our people, man. All right, our people are lost because they don't know who they are. They don't know their power. All right, they don't know that they have a heritage and a language to themselves.
2/3, man.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, the lost sheep of Israel is going to be found by this word, by this truth. You 2/3 niggas that's idolizing these rappers, like we was going into, man. You idolize the scum of the earth, and you want to be like it so much that you'll even go to death for it, man. And we're seeing these rappers getting knocked off, these actors are getting knocked off, these so-called idols within Israel, pastors are getting knocked off, man. The Most High is judging you people because you have the most blood in your hands, man. You scatter Israel more than anybody, man. Putting that poison amongst our people, man. And the Most High is gonna visit you in that day, man. Like it tells you. I'm gonna get it real quick. Y'all brothers can continue. I'm gonna get it real quick.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Yeah, this gospel is hid to the ones of our people that are lost. That stuck on stupid. Okay, that are stuck in this low vibration mindset, like we was going into before the camera started rolling.
Right.
Okay, because ultimately, this gospel is not meant for all Israel to receive on this side. It's only meant for a remnant, elect 1/3.
Right.
Okay, like it says in Romans 11 and 7, Israel hath not obtained that which is seeking for, but the elect have obtained it. Roughly paraphrasing it. And what? And the rest were blinded. That's right. It says, but verse 4, 2 Corinthians 4, verse 4, in whom the God of this world, and who is the God of this world? Okay, spiritual demon Satan, who works through Esau Edom, right? It says, in whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Ooh, we as a beautiful precept, right? Because when you consume wine, when you consume all these philosophies, what do they say is a main? What's one of the main impacts of alcohol?
Get you drunk.
Get drunk.
And what's the other one? Impaired. You're impaired. Meaning what? You're not seeing clearly and you're not thinking clearly, right?
Yep.
And that's how our people move on this planet Earth right now, man. Speaking of Israel, they don't see clearly, they don't think clearly. All right, like back in the brother Amanya, there's one that says they have eyes but they perceive it not. Roughly paraphrasing. That's our people. That's our people, man. They have eyes, they can see that gas is high. They can see that on the store shelf they have barely a little food, but they don't perceive what's actually going on. They don't perceive that Esau is going to come in with that charagma. They don't perceive that the devil is coming out with great wrath. They don't perceive that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to crack those clouds and deliver the elect. You got it, brother Slack.
All right, this is a precept back from Uncle Brother. This is Luke, um, Luke 12, and we start at 54, and he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west straightway, ye are saying, there cometh a shower, and it is so. And yet when you see the sound of the wind, and when you see the south wind blow, you say there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. You hypocrites, you cannot discern the face of you can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but you cannot. But how is it that you do not discern this time? So our people will be able to what? Discern. They can look up in the sky, all right, and see that it's about to rain. All right, they can say simple things like that and understand those things. All right, but when it comes down to the spiritual things, as pertains to prophecies of what's going on in the world, our people don't have a spirituality to be able to see those things, man. All right, and it's ultimately because the Lord has blinded our people, all right, to not see it. Because as the brother was saying, that the Lord has made the world to comfort for you, man. He's made this world